Hello, welcome back to Blastbeat ATX, aka Blastbeat Industries. I'm still Brian, still wearing the Rammstein shirt. We're going to double up and do two of these today because over the weekend I got out of my rotation. I didn't do buy, sell, and hold. So we're going to do buy, sell, and hold right now. For this week, my suggestion to buy Bloodshot. And I'm going to specifically tell you why. The Bloodshot movie is coming out this summer. Vin Diesel is going to play Bloodshot. Footage and photos and stuff I've seen so far, you know, Avengers, Batman, Justice League, you know what you're getting with the modern superhero stuff in terms of, the visual experience and all that. And this one is kicking off the Valiant universe. All right. So why am I holding two different ones? Because there was two different eras of Valiant. There was this one where they started as an independent comic book company, and then they got bought by the acclaimed video game company, who promptly ran them into the ground. And then there were all kinds of court battles, and the intellectual property of the characters was tied up in court. I mean, this isn't chump stuff. This is the third largest superhero universe in the world behind Marvel and DC. These guys are number three. But once that all finally got sorted out, it was 2011, might have been 2012, but I think it was 2011 they relaunched. And this decade has been pretty good. They're clawing their way back up. So this is the current Valiant logo, as opposed to the old one. All right. So this is number one of the old series. This is one of those ones. It had a gimmicky chromium cover, hence all the shininess. It sold like 800,000 copies. You can still find these in the bargain bins. This one doesn't have a whole lot of upside of, collectability in the future. But depending on how this movie goes, you might be able to buy one for a quarter and sell it for $1, that kind of thing. What I'm more focused on are the new ones because the print runs on these are nothing compared to those ones from the 90s. I think the typical issues here, like this is the director's cut number one. It's got retouched artwork in here. It's basically a fancy edition, and these are like 10,000 copies or less. I don't think people realize how few copies of the Valiant stuff are around now compared to back then, because a lot of that's the way the distribution is done now. Is that these comic book companies have really good metrics on their readership. They're concerned about the sell-through rate. So if we've got 10,000 fans, we're printing 10,000 copies, and it's not going to be a whole lot of back stock. And definitely the local comic book stores around the world and all the book chains and the people who are still in this game. I mean, obviously the days of Barnes and Noble and Borders and them are over, but the printing industry didn't go away, and they don't want extra stuff. They want enough that the fans demand. And with that movie coming out, that demand may be going up. And there are all kinds of what they call them, the retailer incentive covers. And I don't want to get ideological about that stuff. I'm just telling you that compared to Spider-Man and Batman and the Avengers and that kind of stuff that still sells big, there is maybe 90% fewer issues in circulation of these than that. So get these while they're still cover price. Get them while they're still affordable. That's your buy. I recommend everyone buy Bloodshot. All right. Hold our man Jameis Winston. This is the Dominator insert from the 2017 Donruss football set. Whoa, Jameis Winston. He's turned it on the last couple weeks. He's had back-to-back games with 450 passing yards, and this is a guy who comes from the Steve McNair school of being a quarterback. He's a running back who throws, and now in the last month or so, he's really looking good. But here's what's up. There is such a shortage of quality quarterbacks in the NFL, of like people who can actually start a game, because it's not only do you have to understand the offense and run the team and, lead the offense and, do the cerebral thing. You got to be able to have Aaron Donald and J.J. Watt hit you and you not die. And that's kind of a tall order to mix the two. Have the durability with the tactical ability. And there's no way Tampa Bay can let him go now. They would ruin their franchise letting him go to another team. Because who are they going to replace him with? And then you let the legend go to, the Las Vegas Raiders or whatever, something like that. By the way, quick aside, Derek Carr's cards have gone ice cold. I cannot give them away. And as the auctions are expiring, I'm just pulling them off and throwing them in the box. I don't know what's up with that guy. Maybe it's the whole sour grapes of Oakland's moving again, but don't even bother trying to sell any Derek Carr stuff right now. Now, on this hand, I'm not suggesting you go out and trying to scoop up Jameis Winston's, but the ones you have, hang on to him because his name is going to come up in the offseason. So we're buying Bloodshot. We're going to hold Jameis Winston. Who are we going to sell? We're selling Anthony Rendon. They're having the winter meetings in baseball, all the big free agent signings and that stuff's going on now. He signed a huge contract with the Angels. Unfortunately, he plays with the Angels. All next year is going to be Anthony Rendon, Mike Trout, and the Seven Dwarfs. They're still in a division with the Astros. They're still in a division with the Rangers and Oakland Athletics. It is going to be a long season for the Angels next year. So I know everyone out in California has their hopes up. I'm here to tell you, don't bother. Sell these before the season starts, before everyone else figures out it's Rendon, Trout, and the Seven Dwarfs. So that's what I got for you today. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you got any questions, comments, you think I'm out to lunch or, I'm on Pluto with this, man, let me know. Let's talk about it. I don't know everything. This is how I just see the world right now. So until I tell you how I see the world tomorrow, I'll be back tomorrow. That's what that means. Y'all have a good evening. This is Brian from Blastbeat ATX, a.k.a. Blastbeat Industries. Buy, sell, hold. See you later.